Neaulani.kuamoo-peck with the agency, the DXP Realty, and this is my colleague,
Karen.schleif.
and today we are presenting part three of our culture of Hawaii. And by the way, big surprise, we're going to have a part four. There's just so much to share with you that we got to put you one more part. We discussed this during our break. So, in part three of Hawaii, what's the draw?
What's the draw? You know that Hawaii is the only place that has this kind of weather.
That's true. Year round.
Year round. And right
round.
now it's November, towards the end of November, and we're dressed like this. We're totally comfortable.
It's 82 degrees out and still in the morning.
And it's beautiful.
Yes.
But you know, from Hawaii, we're the most isolated place on earth. Right?
Yes, we
We're in
are.
the middle smack dab of the
Middle
Pacific
of-
Ocean. If you go to Asia in the summertime is hot and humid.
Yes.
You go to the mainland, it's the same thing.
Hot and humid.
Depending where you are, some places dry, some places humid. But here, it's always consistent. The only time it really gets humid is before it's going to rain.
Yes.
Then we start to complain, oh my gosh, we're so hot and sticky. You know, once it rains,
It's
then we're
75
okay.
out and I'm burning up.
But I mean, that's why we love it here. I mean, even the thought to move anywhere else is kind of, gee, maybe we'll come back in the winter. Oh, maybe we'll come back in the summer. Wait a minute, you know.
It doesn't matter.
What do we want to do?
You know, that
But-
makes it fun. So sorry for interrupting you, but you know that makes it fun for when you're doing outdoor planning. Like you're going to have barbecue, or you're going
Right.
to do a luau, or you're going to plan things outdoors. Here in Hawaii, you can pretty much plan it any time of the year you want it. But most of the time, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, yeah, and sometimes it'll rain on you, but not very often.
Not very often. And usually a lot of people love the rain because it cools you off. It feels so good. Oh, speaking of rain, that takes us over to another aspect of the islands that's so beautiful that people come for, and that's the scenery. The beautiful white sandy beaches, the crystal clear blue waters. When you go into the ocean and you go swimming, snorkeling, scuba diving, you get some of the most beautiful pictures. And the tour boats here are very popular because people love to get in the water. And the water is nice. You don't have to just step your toe in. Oh, it's too cold. No such
It's
thing
warm.
here in Hawaii.
It's beautiful. And you know, the cool thing is that when you get to into the water, and you look down, you can actually
Yes.
see your feet.
Yes.
It's not where I've been in the mainland where you go to these lakes and stuff. It's like you don't want to go in there because you don't know what's swimming around.
You cannot see.
You cannot
Put
see.
your hand in the water, it disappears.
It is nice and clean, and it's
Yes.
beautiful. And you
Feels
know,
so
and you
good.
know, on the Big Island is also green sand
Yes.
and black
Green
sand.
sand.
Do we have black
Black
sand over here?
No.
No, just
No,
on the Big
just
Island.
on the Big Island.
Yeah, but green sand and black sand, some of them are hard to get to, but it's totally worth it. And it is
Yeah.
really green. It's not like, you know, we're saying it's green. It's actually made out of, is it olivine?
It's the olivine, yeah.
Olivine, which is comes from
like
the
gravel.
volcano. It's a jewel from the
Comes
volcano,
from
right?
Tutukai. It's a gift from Tutukai. Yes.
So, you know, and what's interesting also on the Big Island, I don't know why we want to talk about the Big Island, but you know, there's 13 climates in the world, and the Big Island has 10 out of the 13. We have the tropical
Hold on, one more.
rainforest, right?
Yes.
They've got the most rainy places on the face of the earth. I think Hilo is the most rainy city on the face of the earth, or something
No,
like
Kauai.
that.
Kauai Ale Ale.
Oh,
Kauai
okay.
Ale Ale.
And then also we have the desert. Where
We
I
have
live
the
in
desert.
Waikoloa.
Ka'u.
It's the same. It's the same climate as the Sahara Desert. The only thing is we have the tropical breezes, and so it's not as hot, but definitely there's 7 inches of rain.
Oh, and if you ever miss the snow and the winter cold, just take a short drive up from Hilo to the top
Yeah.
of Mauna Kea, and
So
there's
beautiful.
snow. You can go skiing and snowboarding.
So beautiful.
Beautiful.
So
All the climates. The rainbows. The rainbows are something that people talk about a lot that they see in Hawaii. And that's because just several years ago I was in Tahiti. And Tahiti is very tropical, beautiful, just like Hawaii. And I was mentioning about rainbows. You guys ever have rainbows? We go, rainbows? No, heck no. Those rainbows are in Hawaii. They don't get rainbows.
How can you not get rainbows?
I know, that's what I said. So we just happened to be staying in Mu'ulea this one particular time, and lo and behold, the very next day there were rainbows. And they were like, oh, you guys from Hawaii, you guys brought the rainbows. 'Cause we never have rainbows. And we have lots. We have single, double, and triple rainbows.
We do,
We're
and it's
blessed.
so amazing. They're just absolutely amazing.
And beautiful, fragrant flowers. Those are the things that draw people to Hawaii. So we're going to wrap this up. Again, this was part 3 of the culture of the islands. Why come to the islands? By the way, if you want to know more, tell us more. Just put your comments down below and join us for part 4. In part 4, we will talk about the hula and actually share one with you. In the meantime, take care. God bless and aloha.
Aloha.